You know that feeling when you want to start, but something stops you before you even begin. This month, we're hunting analysis paralysis. It's that demon that freezes you before you even take that first step. It doesn't attack from the outside. It lives in that space between the idea and the action. It's that little monster that's on your shoulder just whispering, saying, we're almost there, but we just need to tweak this. We're almost there, but we just need to add this little thing before we go, before we get started, before we launch. This is where we begin. This is that monster. Have you seen him? There was a project I couldn't start for at least 3 months, but could possibly be a few years. The clay just sat on the stand. My ideas were just locked away and set on a shelf. I met this demon. I know exactly what it feels like to have an idea that won't move, that just sits steady on a shelf. And it's not because it's bad, but because perfect feels too far away. And starting feels a little bit risky, to where I'm not quite sure if I have all the pieces in line or all the pieces together. So this right here, this is my story, and this is how I found this demon, how I discovered him, and how I went on the hunt to find him. The demon has a face now. The hero hasn't arrived yet. This is the part nobody shows you, the ugly middle, the rough stage where the piece looks wrong before it looks right. There's a certain stage in the sculpture to where it isn't quite there yet, and you're working towards it, but there's something that's off. This is analysis paralysis, fighting to keep you there, to make you stop, to call it bad and just walk away, to say, you know what, we're just going to start again tomorrow, or this just isn't the right piece for you. However, on this hunt, on this creative journey, we know that we don't stop here. We're going to keep battling, and we know that if we get past that little hump, that all of a sudden there's something sparks. Like Bob Ross and his happy little accidents, there's something that comes across and says, you know what, there it is. Now it's just coming to life. And it flourishes because you didn't stop 2 seconds before you hit gold. The answer to analysis paralysis isn't calm. It's chaos and craziness with a specific direction. So now we meet Mr. Hyde, not the villain, but the suppressed self. A creative force that got buried under all of this logic, all of this expectation, and the fear of being wrong. I came to this idea of, what if Mr. Hyde wasn't actually a monster? But what if it was that lost inner child that was forced to put that lab coat on and become Mr. Jekyll? Hyde doesn't wait for permission. Hyde breaks through. Where does your inner Hyde live? Hyde isn't dangerous. Hyde is what you've been suppressing. Hyde is found in that moment of creativity to where you just unlock it and let it go. Not in those moments that Mr. Jekyll told you to put that lab coat on and suppress and put it on the shelf and forget about that creative self. Mr. Hyde is the one that once he is unleashed, he unlocks all of those special pieces to you, all of those unique quirks, all of those crazy sides, all of those personalities, all of those things are locked within you. And in finding that creativity, you're able to unlock a whole world of yourself. So no longer are you suppressed into this shape, into this mold of what society has made you, but you are actually unique, one of a kind, and able to become that true person that you are supposed to be. Can you see that self or that inner child that's lost and who they were supposed to become? Our demon and hero are both on the stand now, and they're not done. This is where both pieces exist in the same space. Mid-development, neither finished. That's the truth of the creative process. You're always in the middle of something. The work is never as clean as the plan. So we have the concept, and we started really adding on and building and really looking at our analysis paralysis and finding all of those shapes, all of those facial features, just so that we have a face to look at. But on the other side, as we're doing that and as we're fighting off that analysis paralysis to stop, our inner Hyde is being unlocked. We're reaching that inner child. We are unlocking all of these creative opportunities and things that we didn't even know we had in there, all because we touched that inner child and pulled him from the cage. Can you see your demon and your hero right now? Here they are, the demon and the hero, finished side by side, battling. Analysis paralysis, Mr. Hyde, the freeze and the breakthrough. 1 month of hunting. This is what it looks like when you don't let the demon win. You build both sides of it. You understand it. You name it, and you put it on a stand. You give that a demon a face. That way you can look him in his eye and say, I am not afraid of you. But at the same time, you also learn to understand him and say, you know what? You might have some qualities I want to hold on to, but I'm not going to allow you to control me. And I am going to make sure that I hold the reins, I hold the leash. And it is Mr. Hyde that comes up behind you. He is your ally. He helps you to fight off this demon and to hold this demon at bay. What do your demons look like? Can you envision their faces as well as your Mr. Hyde? The hunt is over, but there's another one starting. Month 1 wasn't about making a perfect sculpture. It was about getting started and showing that starting is enough. All you have to do is get your hands in the clay and start making shapes. The demon doesn't disappear, but you do get better at moving through it, at understanding him, at battling up against him, and then eventually overcoming him. And Mr. Hyde comes up right behind you, helping you to just unlock that creative wonder, that imagination, that amazing, unique quality that you have. Now, next month, the new demon is already in the room and starting to show his face. He tries to make sure that everything is equal and perfect. And he's that demon that takes over right when analysis paralysis left off. See you next month.